Hey everybody, another interview. I know you guys love them because I do. Today we have a band from New York, I believe, called Soundsl on. I'm really stoked to have them on. How are you guys?
We are very well. How are you?
I am super well, thank you. First of all, I want you to know that I don't do super research on bands that I'm going to talk to because I like to keep it very, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Tell me about yourselves. But I do sometimes go, and look at a website or whatever. And one of the questions that I have right off the bat is the exclamation point. Do we go with exclamation point in the spelling of your name, or is it just I? Sounds like with an I or an exclamation point.
It's an exclamation point.
And okay, second question is it pronounced differently with the exclamation point?
Yes. You really want the inflection on that exclamation point.
Good.
You really want to yell it. Sounds like.
Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. So we have Sounds Like on the show today.
Sounds like.
I love it. So we talked a little bit before we started recording this, and you have a slight connection to Hawaii. People in Hawaii love this kind of stuff. Nani, correct?
That's right.
And what is your connection?
I love exclamation points. Is that right?
Yeah. They love it. They love exclamation points. They love anything about Hawaii. So,
I spell my name N-A-N exclamation point. Now, I'm changing it legally here in the state of New York.
Nice. So you do have a small connection to Hawaii, though, right?
No, absolutely. My mother is Hawaiian, 50%, born and raised in Maui, and then she had me, named me some funny Hawaiian name, and then raised me on the mainland so that no one here could pronounce it. So if you're asking if my childhood was strange, yes, it was.
Cool. So did you live in Hawaii at all?
I never have been.
So where did you grow up at?
I actually grew up in Georgia on the East Coast.
That's a big difference.
So
and let's hello, Ian. Ian, right?
Yes.
I just wanted to be all about her because I know sometimes I get two cats on the camera, and then it's like, oh, what about me? I'm not going to do that to you, Ian. First question I have for you, though, Ian, is your name.
Yes.
Your name, first of all. One of the producers here on the show, his name is Ian, and he has this theory that anybody named Ian, odds are and odds are they're born between a certain year, like a block of time. What year were you born?
What year do you think I was born?
Ian is telling me that it's somewhere between 1971 and 1978.
He's lying. I was born in 1987.
Oh, so Ian here, his theory is completely fucking bonk.
Shattered it. I shattered his fucking.
I love it. I love it because I get to fucking hate on him all day. Okay.
Good.
Things are trouble though. Be aware.
Yeah. So you guys are claiming New York though, right?
Yeah. Well, we're from Brooklyn.
We're sitting in Brooklyn right now. Yeah.
So how did you guys get there? How did you get from Georgia to New York? And have you been in New York the whole time, Ian?
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm like 30 blocks from where I grew up right now. So I've been here, haven't left.
And you, Nani? How did you get to New York?
I actually came here for love, and it didn't really work out, and I ended up in music, and now that's my love.
Nice.
So that's the story, and it's a great thing. It's beautiful.
What would you I looked at your website. I listened to your EP that you have, and we can talk about that in a second and get some questions about that. What do you consider the type of music that you're playing? Because it's not like everybody else.
Right. It's hard to say. I think that we fit into new wave, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, that's always the source to go to for your information.
Well, no, it's true. We're like indie rock pop, but according to Wikipedia, we are new wave. Thoughtful lyrics, like well thought out storylines in the lyrics. I don't know. It's not exactly rock. It's not exactly pop.
Uh-huh. What influences your guys' sound, or what influences you guys to make music the way that you do?
I think it's a mesh of lots of stuff because a lot of the music I listen to, Nani wouldn't listen to, but doesn't listen to, and I grew up listening to a lot of alternative rock and punk rock and metal and a lot of stuff like that, and that's influenced me greatly, but then I love pop music at the same time, so it's kind of become this nice mesh of everything, and this project's kind of been a kind of a way for me to sometimes hold back and think about things in a different way than I would if I were playing, you know, just straight punk rock or anything like that.
What did you listen to, Nani?
You know, shamefully, I do listen to pop. I don't. I mean, like in a way, you know, Feist kind of pop or Kate Nash kind of pop. I do like that a lot. But I'm also really influenced by electronic music and bands like Metric out of Canada. They have that nice synthy sound, and I think we kind of fit into that with the exception of the synth. So, and they are new wave, which is how I got to new wave.
So it's just the two of you in this band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who does what? There's obviously a drummer, right? And there's like
I play drums and sing.
And you play
And
guitar?
Nani plays guitar.
Yeah, I play guitar and sing.
How long have you been playing guitar?
I guess about 10 years now.
Is
myself.
that your guitar collection behind you?
Yeah, it is. We're in my apartment in Brooklyn. These are my guitars.
Drumming. Is it true that drummers are really cool?
We're a cool bunch of people. I'm a kind of a fake when it comes to a drummer.
Yeah.
I'm a guitar player, really. I kick ass at guitar, nasty guitar player. But then I've always loved drums. It's my favorite instrument. I grew up listening to bands where that's what I concentrate on because the guitar is such noise and sitting playing drums. So I've kind of been teaching myself to play drums for a long time and looking for a project to kind of release that in, and that's kind of how this worked out. I tried playing guitar with Nani and it just didn't really work. It was kind of this mesh of just weird nonsense, and sat down at the drum kit and she smiled and I was like, all right, this works, and we kind of went from there.
How long have you guys been playing together? Hello?
About 3 months. Did you get that?
I didn't. Can you say it again?
About 3 months.
Okay, right on. There was like a small glitch in the matrix. That's not very long. This is obviously a very new project, correct?
Yeah.
Now,
I think so. Yeah.
With that said, you guys got a website. You guys are like full blown going for it. I think that's really cool. Like you guys are real serious about this, right?
Yeah, we kind of hit the ground running with it. I mean, when we started playing, Nani was like, if we're going to play, we're going to play. And I said straight up right away, we need to have at least one practice a week. We need to be going with it, slamming it right away. And it just instantly, we had this EP done. We sat down and started recording, and it very organically came out, and we did it live. And it was like, all right, let's add a little bit of bass. Let's do this. And everything kind of just started rolling very quickly. And we just kept running with it. And, now here we are. We got a tour that we've set up, and Nani's really good at sitting around, getting things done on the website and just taking action, and it's constantly inspiring me. So keep kind of pushing each other in different directions where it's like, hey, I got this done. Now you got to get this done. And it just continue the snowball effect. It just keeps going and going and going until now we're here.
Now, you just mentioned touring. You guys are touring soon, right?
Yeah. At the end of September, we're going from here in Brooklyn down to Florida, and then we're coming back up. So it's falling into place. We've got a bunch of shows already. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. We got Philly booked for sure. We're going up to Providence, Rhode Island, and then, we kick off everything September 15th with our CD release show at the Rock Shop in Brooklyn. And then the next week we'll be going to Providence, Rhode Island, and then from there we'll head back down into Philly and down to Florida and back. So just the East Coast this time. We want to come back and regroup and get ready to put an LP out and really cultivate our sound and get exactly what we're looking for. And this tour is like a really beautiful thing for us to get even closer and be even more productive and get out there, let people know that we're here, even though we're only 3 months old. We're here, baby.
Yeah, that's cool. I did look at your website. Like I said, there's a Kickstarter thing seems to be associated with this tour. Did that already happen, or is that done?
It's still going. Still got, I think, 26 or 27 days left of it.
We've got some time left.
So yeah, we're still, chipping away at that.
So how's that working for you right now?
It's been going well so far. I mean, it's a lot of family and friends who, you talk to not that often, all of a sudden want to help you out with something, and they see what you're doing, and brings them a little bit of happiness to see what we're doing, and it's great, and it brings us happiness to have them kind of connecting with us and supporting what's going on. So
I kind of think that Kickstarter thing's pretty cool. Was it hard for you to get it all? Like, is there from what I've heard is you make your video and it's is there a process that you have to is there yay or nay? They're like, oh no, you can't, or is it anybody can make a video and they're gonna?
Well, I think it used to be a little more controlled, but now it's such a big deal. Everyone knows about Kickstarter. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people do. So I did a project a couple of years ago and the process was a lot more intense, but now I think they just look it over and go, okay, you're not doing anything weird to animals, so this is fine. Go ahead and raise your money.
Yeah, there's this reading. It doesn't seem like it's too intense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So just for the record, Kickstarter is anti doing anything weird with animals. That's basically the only caveat.
I will speak on their behalf and say
the
that.
Unofficial spokespeople. They can't do that.
That's fun. I did listen to your EP. It's just called Soundsl, correct?
That's right.
And how did you said that happened really fast? Obviously, if you've been together only 3 months, you had to put that thing together fast, weeks.
What is it try?
We jumped in and we wanted to do a demo of a couple of songs, and we had sat down and recorded guitar, and I was going to go in and do drums, and then I was fucking it up like crazy, and we started it over. I was like, let's just do this live in our rehearsal space, set up some mics, and just go with it. And we had more than, I think, what is it, 5, 6 songs on there?
We had 8. We were going for 8.
And so we just started playing, and then kept what we had the best of, what felt right, and what was just getting done. And it was just really setting up mics and not going crazy about what kind of sounds we're trying to get, but just getting something down that we can get out to people. And the best thing I think about the whole thing was just set up a timeline, and we set up dates. We were like, okay, let's get this done on this day. It has to be out by this date, and it very quickly became something because we put that pressure on ourselves, and there was no pressure from outside or anyplace else, just us wanting to get it done so badly that we, night and day, did it until it was done.
Definitely night and day.
Me, I have an intern. His name's Mark. I like to call him Mark the intern. It kind of gets him kind of riled up. We play this game with bands that we have on, where we listen to their most recent album, this being your EP, and I pick a song that I think is the best. He picks a song that he likes the most. I give you that information, and judging from those answers, you tell us who's cooler. Do you guys want to play?
I love to play.
Okay. So I picked off of your EP Firefly as my favorite, and he went with Better Off Dead. Who is cooler?
Wow.
Drum roll.
You're cooler because you chose the ballsy one. Not everybody, Better Off Dead it's a kick-ass pop song.
Yeah.
It's definitely sounds like a 90s pop song, but Firefly is a bold choice because that's the calm, seductive song. So
we're going with I'm the winner?
You're going to win.
You're the win. Yeah, you're the winner.
Mark the intern, another day.
Nice. he wins sometimes. He wins sometimes, it's for sure. Another thing I like to do is I like to ask everybody that I have on the show a few of the same questions and kind of get this vibe of what they're all about. The first question would be, are unicorns overrated?
Are unicorns overrated?
Unicorns on rollerblades would be better.
Unicorns and rollerblades are both overrated. And unicorns on rollerblades, I've seen it a million times. I'm really not seeing it anymore.
What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
We're going to have to be the old-fashioned band.
Drinking old-fashions.
We like to get a nice bottle of rye whiskey, some bitters, some orange, sugar, make some old-fashions. That's our style.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's our style.
I believe you. Have you ever been so drunk you fell down?
That I fell down? Yes.
Yes. There was ice though in my. There was ice in my defense, anyways.
What is the weirdest thing about you?
There was ice on the ground.
What is the weirdest thing about you?
Well, you go first.
You can't tell that.
It's none of their business.
But you can't talk about that.
Okay, that's not weird.
You know,
There's no weird things, really.
it's some weird things. I've been called a weird person, you know, down the line.
Yeah.
And I go, yes, I'm fucking weird.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough. What are your favorite
I don't
curse
think
words?
if I'm weird. What are what?
Your favorite curse words?
Oh my. You know, poop isn't a curse word, but I really like saying poop next to the word fuck.
So
It's
fuck
simpler.
poop?
It's got, you know, the beginning and the end, the poop, oop, and the fuck. It works, you know?
Yeah. How about you, Nani? What's your favorite one?
What the fuck is that?
What is that? It's a curse word? Poop and fuck?
I'd have to say fuck. Yeah, there's a really good one. Just that in the middle of any sentence.
If you ever call anybody a vagabond, they get really offended too.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be a vagabond.
They
You just
don't know
tell them
what
that.
it means.
It's perfectly acceptable behavior.
So you got this tour. You're about to go on. You've got this EP that's out. How do people get this EP?
There's two ways. Well, you can get it digitally off iTunes, Amazon. I believe it's on Spotify, Rhapsody as well. We also have it available on our website, soundslikeonline.com. In our store, you can get it. And we actually have a stamp, a rubber stamp. So you can get the CD. We hand stamp the back of all of the CDs.
Right.
Check it out. Here we go.
There's no ink.
Hand stamped and delivered to your door. Only $5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We got more things coming to the store too. We're making recipe books and we're making pickles. And I'm
Ian's-
serious.
Ian's making pickles.
So we're going to be selling music and food and recipes for you to make your own food.
That's
I
fun.
really want to take care of you all parts of your life.
Tell me about recipe books. I have a slight. If someone asked me what is like your fifth weirdest thing about you, Ronnie, it would be I have this thing about recipe books. Like I think that they're like super history. Like they're like history, like in the making. You know, it's kind of like a story. What's up with you and a recipe book, and what led you to do that?
I'm not a great cook, but I like to pretend that I could be.
Uh-huh.
And Nani's a really good cook, so we'll make things.
Make
For
a
example,
lot.
we made sorbet the other night, and I don't think I've ever made any frozen dessert for myself in my life, and it was so good that we're like, all right, we need to put out some. At this point in time,
Yeah.
when I first met Nani, she's eating steak and eggs for breakfast. Now she's a vegan, so we've come a long way now, and we're making vegan sorbet delights and other things. You're making the recipe book, so
I am. I'm going to make the recipe book. It's going to include sorbets and smoothies that we make all the time. We made a sorbet last week. Mango, ginger, cayenne pepper, lime juice with a caramel ginger sauce. Oh, it's so good.
that
And
and a
it's
jazz
easy.
cigarette is a good thing. Sorbet and jazz cigarettes.
That's fun. So you're serious about selling these recipe books?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
This is really cool. I like that a lot.
Imagine you go to see a band. We have a kick-ass T-shirt. We have spicy hot pickles and a recipe book.
Why would you leave that table?
Right. Why would you? Yeah, I know, right? What is a show like yours like?
Greeting cards as
We're
well.
going to have our own Sounds Like greeting cards.
That's cool. What's a show of yours like?
A show of ours.
It's a lot of rock and roll, loud on the drums, crazy on the guitar, and then in between when I'm tuning, we do a lot of banter.
Yes.
Lots of banter.
Yes.
Because there's no bass player to hold down the beat or whatever, you know. So we just stop and we just talk to each other. We talk to people in the audience.
We had a man and a woman take their shirt off
That's true.
last week. I've been on this campaign of, please, at this point in time, take off some of your clothing. And usually it doesn't happen. But this time it happened. It was
Yeah.
quite amazing.
So I guess we're going to keep on that path as well.
Yep.
What can we expect from this new LP that you say you're going to be working on?
I think that we're really going to get a fuller sound. Not to say that the EP doesn't have a full sound, but we're going to be able to take a little bit more time on it. Maybe even add a little bit of different tricks here and there. And really focus on vocal harmonies even more than we did on the first album.
Yeah, I think it's going to be totally fleshed out, and it's going to be, thought about in a different way because we were really kind of not rushing, but working quickly to get something out, just to kind of, like I said, hit the ground running. And at this point, I feel like once we get done with this tour and we come back, and people will have a little bit more of a understanding of that we even exist.
Yeah.
It'll give us some time to kind of think about it, and we want to work with somebody on the LP because I recorded the EP and with help of Nani, and we did all the mixing kind of together, just roughly doing everything very quickly. Want to spend more time getting something that's totally mastered and totally a real finished LP. So.
And we have the songs. They come so naturally and very quickly. And Ian's a great lyricist. I'd say I'm a pretty good lyricist as well. So it comes real quick. So I'm excited.
That'll be fun to listen to. Is there anything else that you want to tell the world before I let you guys go?
Watch out. Here we come, baby.
Keep looking at our website. We update that shit like crazy.
Yeah, we're going to have the pickles up online soon. Your greeting cards are coming.
We'll be telling you where we're going,
how
we're getting there. We might be coming to a place near you. You don't know that yet, but we'll let you know.
Yeah, we're going to let you all know. We'll come out to Hawaii soon enough.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah. We'll stay with you.
Hey. Let me know, and I'll let other people know that that's happening. Right on. I really, I know Mark. He'll have to give up his room.
That's fine.
So right.
He'll be all right with that. He'll sleep on the couch. Yeah, this has been fun. I think I've had fun. I hope you.
Yeah, we've had fun too.
Right on. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
I think for a band that's only been together for as long as you have, you guys really got it going on. Like I talk to a lot of people and. I've talked to bands that seem to be around for a little bit, and they don't have half of the stuff that you guys got rolling out. Like you guys seem to be on point on getting. It's 2012, 2013. You got to have all the website, the Twitter, and all that stuff, and you have to be like using it and doing it, and you seem to be doing it. And I think that's really cool. You guys
we're on the same page. It's hard. I've been in a lot of bands, and finding something where you're on the same page and you trust each other's decisions, even when you're not around to make decisions together is a really important thing, and that's, I think, what has made this work. The fact that Nani could say whatever, and I totally agree with it, and don't even need to hear what happened, and it's all good.
That's cool. You guys gonna make a video or anything? You guys gonna make videos? It's sort of like the next step in internet sensation.
Actually, tomorrow we're shooting a video for the remix. Actually,
that's cool.
The remix of Silhouette. I have a dancer who's gonna do kind of this really beautiful thing with it. And do her own artistic interpretation of how the song makes her feel, and we're shooting that tomorrow afternoon.
Cool. So when we can look forward to that? That'll be up on your website, right?
I would say within a week. Yeah, we like to get goals. I had this idea 2 or 3 days ago. We're going to do that. It'll be out in a week.
Right on. I like that. I like that whole goal thing.
Make things happen.
So this is what I'm saying. I didn't know that was going to happen, but it's going to happen.
But it's gonna, That's cool.
There we go.
Okay, do you guys want to cut a little bumper for me? Like, hey, sounds like you're watching Beneath Everything with Ronnie Rucker, or whatever you want to say?
Sure.
Feel free.
Hey, this is Sounds Like. We're from Brooklyn, and you are watching Beneath Everything with Ronnie Rucker.
And he kicks ass, and we kick fucking ass, and it's late at night, so we can say, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sounds like.
Sounds like.